There were so many who never imagined that all the hostages would come home living, all those murdered in captivity. And now that moment has arrived. It has changed the whole trajectory of this war. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are tremendous gratitude to the IDF, the soldiers and commanders on the ground, for sticking through it and applying the military pressure and fighting and getting the last body of the last murdered Israeli home. But I have to say that I don't think it would have happened without President Trump and his very talented team of negotiators. And you'll hear me say many negative things about Qatar and Turkey, but I think they had an important positive role in this. And you say very correctly, this changes the trajectory. I think it's pretty clear. Moving forward, the situation in Gaza is not going to be solved because the global community is allowing Hamas to continue to exist and nobody's disarming Hamas. Since Hamas is not being disarmed, that means that we will have to fight there in the future because they will try to attack Israel again. In my mind, it's only a matter of when. Why is it so important that there are no longer any Israeli hostages left in Gaza? It is important for us as a nation, of course, at the spiritual, the moral level, but also tactically and militarily, because if and when the IDF will need to go back to fighting, those tunnels where Israeli hostages were kept for more than 2 years will no longer be safe spaces for Hamas. And the fact that all of the Israeli hostages are back and that there isn't the threat of inadvertently killing Israeli hostages kept by Hamas is a game changer that I think Hamas fears and is an important part of the consideration. I hope that we won't reach a stage where we'll have to go back to fighting, but judging by the way the Board of Peace and no international stabilization force, how that's coming, I think that is where the situation is leading us.